CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
Today we will take up a very interesting topic for discussion, which is bhava or expression. In fact, any music, if it has to be good, it should have that right proportion of bhava in it. The ultimate aim of every composer for that matter, or that musician we see, is to have a perfect blend of bhava, raga, tala, etc. in the music. As I said, bhava is all about expression. And this expression is very important, be it for speech, that is when you're talking, or when you're singing. Now, a speech or a talking devoid of any bhava is itself something, it does not convey anything in a proper perspective. For example, if I want to say that something is really very beautiful and I just say, oh, this is very beautiful, then you do not see that expression of me telling that it is really beautiful. But if I say, for example, oh, this is so beautiful, then you understand that I'm trying to be very expressive about what I feel. So similarly, in music also we see that this expression is very, very important. And we also see that in compositions, the bhava encompasses the aspect of rasa, raga, laya, language, etc. As well as, apart from this, we see that the individuality of the composer, the musician, is also very important when it comes to the right kind of expression being given. Now, Sahitya, of course, plays a very important role here, in the sense that in Indian music, the Sahitya also helps much in making us understand what is the bhava of that particular composition, whether it is in a joyous mood, or whether it's in a pleading mood, or whether it's in a very sober mood. So different kinds of expressions are also you're able to sense through the Sahitya of the composition. Then coming to music, we see that raga bhava and artha bhava both have to complement each other very beautifully if the expression has to be right from the composer point of view. And for the musician, of course, understanding this in the right perspective and presenting it in the same thought process of the composer is what is important in terms of him bringing out the bhava of the composition. Now, let us look at the aspects like, for example, there are some areas, of course, in Indian music, we all are well aware, where you don't really need the language or the artha bhava to give you the expression. For example, if there is a raga alapana that we are doing, or kalpana swaram, there it is totally devoid of any artha in terms of the words coming into the fold. For example, if you say tadar tadar na na na. So here there was a different kind of an expression where actually there were no words, but yet the music was expressive. And each raga has an ethos of its own, and the handling of swara, sanchara in one raga will definitely differ from the other because of this. Now, even within the same raga, we have seen in several cases how the different shades which are lent to the same swara itself gives different kinds of expression according to the context. Now, for example, I will take a small swaram of in the Kambodi Aditala Varnam, where you see that because of the context, how the same Rishabha actually holds different kinds of connotations and expression. Like, for example, ni pada sa sa pada sariri dariri da sa dari sa da ga gari ga sari ni da. So let's take this particular phrase. Here the first we see that ni pada sa sa, after that pada sariri. Now if you are to play this in a veena, we see that sariri, the vainika will actually handle it in the sa fret itself, where the sa fret, the fret will be moved to sound the Rishabha with a proper oscillation. So a longer oscillation will be given the first Rishabha, Re, then the second one is shorter, Re, Re. So the next phrase, if you take here, the Re, Re, plain and steady kind of a Rishabha, so which is played on the Re fret itself. And Re, the Re, Re. So second one is hit, the second note is hit like in a Jantaswara, how we hit the second note like that, that is hit. So there, now you found three types of or three shades for the Rishabha. Let's go further now. Da, sa, da, re, sa. So da, sa, da, re, where the re glides from the dha. That is another color we are showing. Then da, ga, ga, re, sa. There again you see ga, re, sa. That's a different shade. Sa, re, ni, da, sa, re, ni, da. Like this we see that within this few phrases itself we are able to see so many shades of the Rishabha. That is, we are able to give so many different varieties of bhava even to a single note. That is the beauty of our music. So here different manifestations of the Rishabha itself is actually not in conflict with each other. Here you see that they seamlessly blend together, and on the contrary we see that they all combine to present the various aspects of the bhava of the raga, giving the many facets of the raga swarupa. And we also see that this kind of innumerable forms that a swara can acquire in a particular raga can be studied from the different styles of the great composers. So that is why we also see that probably, as I said, in a few phrases you could see how the Rishabha is handled with different colors. Many more colors could be added to this same Rishabha by different composers. And that is why we also see that because of the bhava factor, the same swara can assume so many colors and dimensions in Carnatic music.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.